It's me, GeneralArse.
No, it's not. I am sorry, it's me.
You're GeneralArse and I'm WOLseeker. Wait, oh, what? Gimbly? Okay.
No, it's actually Timmy.
Oh, alright. Well, guys, this is the Generally Speaking podcast, episode 62.
Fuck.
And I've got something to talk about, which is I got COVID.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep,
right.
you got it.
And I got COVID like last Thursday. It is now Wednesday when we're recording this, and we couldn't. We were recording this like the last day. I'm gonna have to like edit this and everything like real quick before tomorrow, or today, the day you're listening to this, ladies and gents. And
We did it live
and
today.
and everything in between. And yeah, no, and yeah, I'm actually editing this as we're recording.
Yeah. He's like cutting. He's cutting out what I'm saying out of context.
Yeah, absolutely. And the I don't know how I got it. It's weird. Somebody told me that I may have had it for like 2 weeks without knowing or something like that. I'm not sure how it works, but somebody was like, "Oh, you may have like had it on you and like then gotten it finally after like 2 weeks or something like that without noticing any symptoms." Because I first started feeling symptoms on Thursday, and like I didn't test positive for COVID on I think Tuesday last week. I tested myself, nothing. It gave me like the stick says like C and T. If it's just T, it means you did it wrong and you have to do it again, which is I know, like I'm so glad that didn't happen to me, because like those things, those like tests are well, not expensive, but it's like, why would you buy multiple of them, you know? So it's like if it would have gotten it wrong, it's like shit, and I have to go buy another one and do it again. But thank God I did it right the first time and the second time as well. I've done it 3 times now. So I did it on Tuesday, and I didn't have any symptoms then. And like the reason why I got tested is because I went home that weekend before that week, and like met with my family. I hung out with my brother, my sister, my mom, dad, and just like had a nice time. And then I came back to the apartment on Monday. No, on like Sunday, I mean. But on Monday, my mom and dad both like tested positive for COVID. They like used one of these like home testing kits. To which I was like, oh no, because I when I said goodbye to them, I hugged them both. I was like, goodbye, you know. I hugged
them, you kissed them, you stuck your finger in their eyes and ears.
Yeah, exactly. We extracted salivas and
the works.
The works, the whole waterworks, and I like on Monday, because I started hearing them both like talking about like, oh, I got COVID, and my siblings in like a private chat were both talking about like, shit, man, they got COVID, and they're like sitting in the living room, we can't do anything. They're like, and they were like saying, General, you're probably gonna get COVID because you were all up in their business. And I'm like, shit, okay, you're probably right. And I thought I would not catch COVID. I've been the only person at my like in my class of my like, you know, classmates that hasn't gotten COVID, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna keep it that way. And here we are. I got COVID.
You fucked up.
And I still have symptoms like today, but like I said, I didn't feel anything like on after the weekend. It wasn't until Thursday when I actually like woke up. And I was just like, my nose was stuffed, my throat was like coarse, my head was banging. I was like, what the fuck? And I just went, well, I did it. There it is. That's probably COVID.
You did it.
And so I decided like in the morning to go get 2 like testing kits, one for like today, because I was like sure, like I definitely have COVID, I'm gonna test, and
Yeah,
so I
for sure.
decided to take 2 of them so that I could test on that day when I felt symptoms, and then I was gonna test again in 5 days, because that's like what my mom at least was saying, like, oh, you only have to quarantine for 5 days, and I was like, all right, I'll test again on like the 5th day. And so I tested on positive on Thursday, and I tested again just yesterday, and I still have COVID. And I mean, you know, I didn't expect it to be gone, but I think most people nowadays, at least like the people who have been vaccinated, you know, they start to feel like the symptoms going away a little quicker. My brother got COVID, like, again. He's got it twice now. And, like, the second time he got it, I think he was only sick for, like, a week. It's been a week for me now, and I... Alright, I still have a little bit of
You
symptoms.
staged that, man.
Yeah, that was fake.
You staged that.
I still have a couple of symptoms. Like, this morning, I, like, could not breathe through my nose, like, at all. And I was also really tired. I did not wake up until 4 p.m. Like, I woke up in the morning, went to the bathroom, and then just like went back to bed, and I didn't wake up again until 4. So I've been just like sleeping all day, and I feel like shit, man. I don't like sleeping that long, but I guess you need to rest when you're sick. So like, yeah, that's probably good.
Still what I do. Never sleep.
Never sleep, exactly. WOLseeker has invented a new torture method that doesn't let you sleep. So
Well, hey now, you're looking at the fucking worst of it. It is a therapeutic device called Never Sleep. All right. It's got 3 ways to keep you from what we call entering the S state. We don't want to say the S word, okay? Because that might trigger
sleep.
a relapse. No, don't fucking say that, motherfuck.
Sheep.
You're clear. No, I got you there. I got you there again. That's on my list. Not allowed to say that.
Steep.
That's
That's
actually
3.
good.
That's strike 3.
That's good. No,
okay.
No, that's actually, that's like nightmare mode. That'll get you back into the real world. So
Okay.
we like to say that. So
Scream?
basically, we got nail slippers.
Yeah.
In this device, you put your feet in there, and that'll
put
keep
your
you
feet in
awake. We got lemon juice that like goes into your eyes.
Yeah, lemon glasses. You put those on, and you cannot.
Lemon glasses. And then finally,
Hurt
we
your
got
eyes.
2 large megaphones on either side of your ears, and every time you try and fall asleep, we yell into them like words that
You
trigger
also-
a nightmare.
You also have
Mountain
like
land.
you also have like a gas mask kind of thing that just like injects the cinnamon right into your nostrils, and you just cannot sleep with that.
Yeah, we also have battery acid. We pour it on your stomach.
I mean,
Every
I
once in
guess
a
we're
while.
done talking about my COVID, so let's just move on to, well, since you're talking about that, we can talk about how, we have to sleep and all that stuff, and there have been experiments done on people. I think there was like a Russian sleep experiment done some time ago, where like some like Russian like prisoners, I think, were like put through some tests to see if it was possible to just like never sleep, and they just went insane. They went absolutely fucking crazy, and it's like it's a scary thing to think about. It may have been just like a creepypasta thing. I don't remember if it's real or not. Hold on, was the Russian sleep experiment real? Let me find out. Russia.
Response to it. Yes, it's real. Look out.
Russian sleep experiment. Oh, it's a creepypasta. I'm a dumbass. Okay, anyway. But it's still like, do you think if anyone were to like invent a way where, you don't have to sleep anymore,
Yeah.
Don't you think that would have some kind of? I think that would have some kind of like bad effects on your mental health. You need sleep. As much as I hate to admit it, because
I don't need it.
I
drink Red Bull every day.
I would love to be able to just wake always, because that means I could have more time for everything. Imagine not having to go to like sleep before work, and so you're just like gaming all night, and then you're just like, all right, now I can go to work. All right, I'm like, you're still
work, sweetie.
You still got the energy and everything, and you don't have to sleep. Like, that'll be dope.
Damn.
If the body didn't have to sleep, but we all have to sleep. So yeah. WOLseeker. A man walks into your house, or walks up to your house, knock, and you open the door, and he's like, hello, I have here a little pill that will make it so you never sleep again.
Yeah.
What do you say? And then what's his name? My name is Frederick Sleepmeister. That's his name.
Hi, Frederick. What brings you here?
Well, I heard you've been having troubles with waking, and so I've made this thing to let you sleep. Or wake, I mean, forever. You will never sleep.
Wait a minute. You're trying to trick me. This is a forever sleep pill. I'm not taking that.
And he goes, runs into your house. He like runs past you into your house, and like scuttles into the bathroom and locks himself in. What do you do?
He's like running around my kitchen, knocking down all the pots and pans. Oh, don't do that.
Your dogs Frederick. Are barking like crazy. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like running around like crazy, scuttling around your house.
Get out!
You start like hitting the floor with a broom, like get out! He's like starts hissing at you.
Get out!
And then he jumps out the fucking window and like runs away. Your mom and dad pull up, fucking hit him in the driveway. and you're like, Mom, Dad, no! You just drove over Frederick Sleepmeister.
You fools! How am I gonna make a feature film with him now?
You run over to him, you grab his hand, and you're like, Frederick, are you okay? And he's like,
I can't do that. He's like, he's lost his head. Both his arms are broken.
You grab his head, and his head's still blinking, and he's going like, wow, that was fun. And then he dies. And you look up to the sky, it starts raining, and you go, no! That's our movie.
But then I see the pill, and I think,
yeah, the pill is still there.
I put it in him. He wakes up.
And then his head never like dies. He's like stays awake always. And he was like, I told you it wasn't a sleep pill. I told you. So you just lost your chance. You could have stayed awake forever, and you wasted it.
Where can I get one of these pills for myself?
That was the last one. That was the last one.
That was the last one, you fool.
You fucking moron. That was the last pill, and you didn't trust me.
I'm sorry.
You reach into his throat and go, give me that shit. And he's like, no. Give me that fucking shit.
And then up pops the words, the end.
The end.
Credits roll. Directed by Martin Scorsese.
Yes, baby. And David Lynch. They were working together on that shit.
Yeah, got tears in my eyes from this.
Speaking of directors, did you know that the German director Werner Herzog got shot once in like an interview, and he just said whatever. It's so fucking funny. There's like an interview, and like he gets like shot by I think like a BB gun. But like regardless, he's like bleeding, and he just goes like, "Oh, what the hell was that? What the hell?" And the guy's like, "What happened? What happened?" And he's looking at him, and he's bleeding, and he's like, "Oh my God, Werner, you're bleeding!" And Werner's like, "Hey, it's nothing. Don't worry about it." I would like to see
the bullet wound. He got shot by a rifle. No, it's nothing. You're bleeding. There's a hole, a big fat hole in your. Oh, it's nothing.
He probably knew exactly who did it, and like had someone assassinate them. Like that
was
person that shot
staged.
him. Yeah, or that. He staged his own
I
shooting.
am actually very disappointed. I was supposed to be shot by a real bullet.
Like,
I was supposed to be killed.
he
This
doesn't
was
even
supposed
like
to be my end.
when he gets shot. He doesn't even like. He barely reacts too. He's just like. He's just like, what the hell was that? And then they like look, and he's just like, it's okay, I'm fine. He did like, I don't
Smiley.
care.
Falls
Smiley.
down, dies.
Falls down, dies.
Was a real bullet.
You run up to him. You go, Werner, no, Werner, wake up! Slapping his cheek, not his butt cheeks, like his like face cheeks. Werner, wake up! And he's like, I would like to see. I would like to see heaven.
That's what it sounds like now.
And then he does.
You can't fucking
Oh, or that, yeah.
breathe properly.
Oh, that hurt me to do. Oh.
Shut up, Werner. Shut the fuck up.
Werner, stop it!
It's not funny, man.
Did you know also? Have you seen his movie that he made called? Hold
Boner
on.
Man?
I think it's called The Act of Killing. And
Is that like a documentary about
Yeah.
some
it's a documentary.
village that got like genocided or something?
Yeah. It's about I think it's a Philippine Philippine. I think it's about
I
like
hardly
a
know her.
village that, or like some kind of genocide that happened in the Philippines, if I remember correctly. And what I did not know, I haven't seen the documentary yet, but I'm very excited to see it now. After like our teacher told us about this at school, he just like gave this group, this village that like got massacred once, a bunch of equipment to like make their own like documentary, basically, like and recreate what happened. And so he gave them a bunch of like money so that they could like and film equipment so that they could like recreate what happened during this like genocide. And it's a very they all killed each other. No, it's a very interesting
was the movie
like,
any
movie.
good that they made?
I still have to see it. Apparently, it's really good. I'm very excited to watch it. Because I've seen his other documentary, Grizzly Man, which was amazing. But that was just like him using footage from the Grizzly Man, Timothy. What's his name? Fuck, his name is Timothy
Arse?
something. But he like Timothy Chalamet. No, he like there's this guy that was just living in the Alaskan like wilderness amongst the bears and just like looking out for them, and it's a very interesting documentary. And he filmed a bunch of like shit, like a bunch of bears and himself talking to the bears and stuff like that. And that's all the footage used in the documentary. Like he just uses the footage from that guy, and it was very interesting. And then in this other documentary, he kind of does the same thing. He's just like, "Oh, film this for me, guys." I guess there's like, fucking make a documentary, do my job for me. Hey, guys, here's the camera. Quickly, can you film this for me?
And here's $1,000, please. Fuck off.
Fuck off. And apparently, like in the film too, they have like an actual like general who, you know, was one of the guys who sort of commanded a lot of the killings and stuff like that in the Act of Killing movie. And so it's just like I don't know, it sounds like a very interesting thing to watch and a very interesting way to make a documentary. Imagine just like walking into like imagine walking into like the Columbine and being like, "Oh, you guys like survived this thing? Yeah, recreate it. Here you go. Here's a camera and fucking all right, bye." He's just like leave him to it.
Here's a camcorder.
Yeah, here's a camcorder. Here's like a shitty microphone. All right, film a documentary for me, you bastards.
Yeah,
Show me exactly what happened.
Assholes.
You fucking jerks.
Fucking
Guys,
idiots.
Gilbert Gottfried passed away, and it is so sad because he was truly the greatest voice actor of all time, and like people on Twitter were mourning him and everyone was mourning him except for the fucking doofus that hacked his account yesterday, like after his like after his passing was like announced, somebody like got into Gilbert Gottfried's official Twitter account and started like tweeting out like NFT bullshit and also retweeting like random like OnlyFans like advertisements, like, oh, subscribe to me on OnlyFans. And it's just like, what the fuck? Why would you do that to someone? And then I saw someone on Twitter saying like, oh, Gilbert would actually think this was really funny. And it's like, what? How do you know that? Why would he think that's funny? That's fucked up. It's like a messed up thing to do. But like, yeah, he was truly like an inspiration to a lot of like voice actors, and he was also just like a lot of people's childhood. You know, a lot of people listened to his voice on TV when they were kids. They were like, "Oh my God, there's the funny voice man again," where he goes, Gilbert Gottfried here. You can't do it better than me. I'm fucking awful at Gilbert.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was a great guy. Somebody like recounted having met him once and being like, "Oh my God, it's the best day of my life," and Gilbert said like, "Oh, you must be having a shitty night then." It's just like, oh my man, what a humble guy.
That's beautiful.
There's a picture of him. He did some episodes with Angry Video Game Nerd. Apparently, I didn't know that. There's like screenshots of him along with the Angriest Video Game Nerd. What's his name? Ralph? I don't fucking remember. Leave me alone.
Okay.
You're gonna leave me alone? Thank you.
Yep, I will.
Is there anything else that's been going on this week? Anything with you?
No.
Oh, what do you
say?
You sent me a video of you throwing out a bunch of garbage.
I was just freaking out, having a maniac episode.
You're having a manic episode? Damn. Lucky.
I was just like throwing furniture out the window.
You were throwing out asbestos? You're trying to like get it out of there?
Yeah, you mentioned that. I was actually pretty close to some of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You've been in the asbestos?
But I haven't been... maybe that explains all my brain damage,
You were born in an asbestos hospital.
Yeah.
There was a guy, one of our teachers. I don't know if you knew this. My dad told me this story like a year ago or something. One of our art teachers from grade school. I'm gonna say his name, but I'll bleep it out.
No.
He apparently like had a big issue where he lives on a farm. Like he actually like has a farm when he's like not working at the school, and the like stables for his sheep that he has, they used to be full of like asbestos. Like the roof was like this asbestos material. I don't know what it was, like this kind of weird material that has asbestos in it. Anyway, he found out, like he didn't build the house. He just like moved there, and so he found out sometime, and my dad told me this story, so I don't know exactly if I'm recounting it properly or whatever, but this teacher finds out that the roof is asbestos, and he calls like the government, because asbestos, for those of you who don't know, who have no clue what that is, it's basically poison. And back in like the 1960s or 70s, people were putting that all over their house because it was thought to be,
this is the best shit ever.
Yeah, it was a really cheap material, and it was a strong material, and so people were like, "Holy shit, this is a really good material!" But it has
jackpot. Let's put it everywhere.
Dollar signs in their like eyes. Jackpot, baby.
Money.
Money, and then it just turns out that asbestos is actually like poisonous, especially like the dust that comes off of it if you like break it. And so my teacher, or our teacher, he finds out like, oh shit, this roof is asbestos. I have to like tell the government about this because it has to get removed. And he gets like a fat ass fine for having an asbestos roof, and like he has to pay to get it removed, and or the government has to send over like these professionals in like removing asbestos. Basically, they have to like have hazmat suits and everything because the fibers of asbestos they can like damage the lungs and your scar tissue and shit like that, and so you have to have these professionals with like hazmat suits and shit like taking it down, and he has to pay for it all, even though it's like he just moved there. It's not his house. He didn't build that shit, and it's just like it's awful how like nobody knew about this. Like I like there was commercials and everything, and people were just like, hey, do you need a new house that's like fucking amazing and has the best roof ever that will never leak? Try asbestos, like asbestos fibers. These are cheap and they are very sturdy.
Jimmy here. I got the asbestos house. It's 100% asbestos, even the floor.
Even the floor and the furniture. My windows are asbestos. Holy shit, he died. He died within a week.
It's a miracle. He died. He finished one house, worked on the other, and then died halfway through.
Died halfway through the house. He was walking through the house and died halfway through the house.
Yeah.
You like that? You like that joke? That was a pretty good one, right?
That was a pretty good one.
But like, yeah, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I guess back in the day, back in like the 60s, 70s, when this shit was happening, people just like did not test this properly. So people were just selling it all over the place because it was cheap. It was easy to work with. And then everyone was like, oh, what? People are dying from this, huh? People are getting like serious lung damage from this asbestos stuff. Well,
it's my nickname in high school.
Yeah.
Serious lung damage. What the fuck? Why do you even say that?
I don't know. I don't know why you would say that. Oh, there it is. Serious lung damage. You've been working with so much asbestos this weekend that you're just like you're dying.
I died.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
I died the end.
I
love endings, man.
I love good endings.
One time I went to the movie theater. They were showing The Godfather, and I ended it early by tearing down the screen.
You ran up there and you started tearing down the screen, and people were like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?" And I just started screaming, "They all lived happily together." Forever after the end.
Like nobody dies. Nobody dies.
Yeah,
okay, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It was like right before the first death scene. You knew exactly when it was coming, so you ran up there and you like pulled it down, and you're like, "Okay, nobody has to die. Nobody has to die."
Yeah, nobody has to die. Calm down.
Well, one more thing we can talk about before we end this podcast. We've both been watching Better Call Saul.
That's right.
And you had already seen the first season apparently. I just finished the first season, and we're both like starting the second season now.
Where are you right now?
I'm still on like episode 3. I haven't watched further. Or like I finished episode 3, that is. So next episode 4. And it's really good. It is. I really like it. When I was younger and I was starting watching like Breaking Bad, I thought Breaking Bad was kind of slow, but I guess you just like come to sort of
as you get older,
appreciate
you slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you also come to like appreciate Vince Gilligan's just like storytelling, like how he tells the story. He doesn't rush anything, and it all feels like just like very carefully crafted to tell a very good story. And the Better Call Saul show so far, like the first season was amazing. I really liked it. It's really good. I have watched the first episode like 3 times now because I've twice tried to like watch the whole show, and it's like I keep stopping because I'm really bad at just like watching TV shows in general. I always like sort of stop and then forget to watch it, and then I'm like, shit, now I gotta like start over from scratch. But this time I'm gonna try and watch it all over like the summer because I did the same with Breaking Bad back in 2019. I just like stopped everything I was doing, quit my job.
You just quit everything.
Quit everything.
You quit your
quit
job.
School,
You quit your
quit
house.
my job.
You quit school. Quit breathing.
Divorced my wife. Killed my
Divorce
kids.
your wife. Stop closing your eyes because you needed to see every single frame.
Exactly, every single frame. And I just like watched it all over the summer of 2019, and it was so worth it. It is such a good show. There's a lot of people that like my brother, for instance. He hates those shows. He walked in on me watching like episode 3 of the season 1 of Better Call Saul and went like, "Why the fuck are you watching this garbage?" And I was like, "Okay, all right, buddy. Your favorite movie is like every Marvel movie, so shut the fuck up."
Yeah. You have to pick one, genius. Okay.
Got him.
That's my ultimate roast there.
But like, you have to just have patience. That's all you have to do for both of these shows. They're not boring once you like start to watch everything, because it's like a very intricate puzzle where everything fits so neatly and tightly together, especially in the end. Like, I haven't seen all of Better Call Saul, so I don't know how it ends at all. This last season is coming out, or is it already out? No, I think it's coming out like in a week
on the
now.
18th.
Yeah, it's coming out in just a couple of days.
The last one.
The final season. I'm very excited because that means I can just watch it all this summer and just like finish it.
Yeah.
But like the Breaking Bad show, for instance, like has a perfect ending where everything comes together and just like makes sense. You finally go like, oh my god, no way, like this. And when Skilligan had it planned the whole way, like the whole time, he had like the whole timeline set up so that it would all fit and it would all make sense. And it's so good. He's so good at writing.
Really good. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's very good. And so if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, get on it. And if you have watched Breaking Bad but you haven't started watching Better Call Saul, now's as better time as any, you know?
Yeah, you're on limited time.
You're on limited time. The show will be deleted in about a week. So like, come on.
Last season is pop. You gotta like watch it if you want to be a part of the book club.
The last season is gonna be up for 3 days, and then the whole world is gonna explode. Okay, buddy. So you gotta get on it. A meteor is gonna hit us. All right, you wanna go commit tax fraud with me?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks guys for watching. We're gonna go commit tax fraud. Bye.
Good dinner.